we're not careful, the whole system can collapse just like a Ponzi scheme. Any questions?
Then comments.
How many of you in here have heard the name Michael Jordan before? For those of you that don't know who Michael Jordan is, he is one of the world's most popular people because of his success in the NBA. And his great story of a true success story, which his passion for the game of basketball reveals that if anybody is passionate about something, that they can do it and that the sky really is the limit. I'm going to briefly explain about how Michael Jordan became a legend and some of his career accomplishments. Now, before I explain how he became a legend, we need to talk about his childhood, how he became who he was. Michael Jordan was born in Brooklyn, New York on February 17, 1963, to his mother Dolores and father James Jordan. His family moved when he was a toddler to Wilmington, North Carolina. Michael has two older brothers, one younger brother and one younger sister. Michael Jordan got a lot of his competitiveness through his older brother Larry. Larry was a great athlete, and any of you that don't have an older sibling will know that it's for a younger sibling to get what they want, it makes them have to work a lot harder having an older sibling. Michael Jordan tried out as a sophomore for the Laney High School varsity basketball team. He was ironically cut his sophomore year. He played on the JV, but he was upset that he didn't make the varsity. So this did not slow Michael down. It made him work harder to become who he was. And Michael came back his junior year, had a great year, improved a lot. His senior year, he started getting looks from colleges across the United States, and led his team to the state. They won the state title, and soon enough, Dean Smith from North Carolina recruited Michael, and Michael ended up playing for North Carolina. As a freshman, Michael Jordan led the Tar Heels to NCAA championship against the Georgetown Hoyas. And this is actually his game-winning shot. A lot of you are already familiar with this picture. His sophomore year, he was a first-team All-American. He was also the NCAA College Player of the Year. His junior year, he was also a first-team All-American, College Player of the Year, and he won the Naismith Award and the John Wooden Award. After his junior year, he entered the 1984 draft. But before we start to talk about some of his achievements, Michael Jordan got a chance to meet the world through his 1984 experience on the Dream Team. Only 21 years old, he led the Dream Team, or not the Dream Team, excuse me, the USA basketball team, led them to a gold medal, averaged 17 points a game. And looking forward, he did end up, he led the Dream Team, which is considered one of the best teams of all time, with players such as Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, some of the greats. And going back to when he got drafted, he was a third overall pick. Got drafted by the Chicago Bulls. The first pick was Hakeem Olajuwon, who many of you know had a great career with the Houston Rockets. The second pick was Sam Bowie, who a lot of you never heard of before. I've barely heard of him before either, but I just know that Portland is still haunted by Jordan's great career because they could have had the chance to pick him. Michael Jordan's instant impact in the NBA as a rookie. Jordan was the Rookie of the Year, led his Bulls to the previous season they only won 28 games, and with Jordan they made it to the playoffs. And in 1990-1991 season, the Bulls ran into Magic Johnson and the powerhouse Lakers. And this is where Jordan began his legacy as the greatest player of all time, once he beat Magic. After that year, they played the Phoenix Suns and beat them in the finals. And the next year they played the Phoenix Suns again, beat them in the finals again for the three-peat. Shortly after this, on July 3rd, 1993, Michael Jordan's dad, James Jordan, died tragically. He was murdered. This upset Michael and forced him to leave the game of basketball and try baseball. As a baseball player, he had one unsuccessful season with the Birmingham Barons, and he decided to follow his heart, play something that him and his dad talked about, and this just is a tribute to Michael because he worked so hard as a basketball player, and baseball obviously didn't come naturally to him. So there really is no such thing as a natural athlete. Michael Jordan, with the two words, "I'm back," revitalized the NBA, and the media went crazy once they heard he was coming back. Shortly after he returned, Jordan led the Bulls to an NBA championship over the Seattle Supersonics in 1996, and the following year they beat the Utah Jazz, and then the year after that, in '98, they beat the Utah Jazz again. And this is where Jordan's famous shot over Byron Russell, which some of you may know. We thought this would be the last shot of Jordan's career, but as many of you Packer fans know, some greats decide to make a comeback, even though sometimes they shouldn't. So Jordan, before he became a Wizard, before he played basketball as a Wizard, he was the manager of basketball operations. And he stepped down from manager of basketball operations to try to help the struggling Wizards. And for 2 years he played for the Wizards. He donated his salary to the 9/11 relief effort and improved the Wizards record, but they were still not very good. They didn't even make the playoffs again. And after 2 years, Jordan decided to hang it up. Michael Jordan is currently on the Charlotte Bobcats as a partial owner. In conclusion, to wrap all this up, Michael Jordan, his passion to play the game is something we can all admire, and whatever we do in life, we can work hard at it and do it like Michael Jordan did. Although Jordan's great achievements may someday be surpassed or even forgotten, Jordan's impact as an American role model will never be. That's it. Thanks. Actually, the websites I used for this project were 23 Jordan, Celebrity Wonder, NBA.com, and NBA Encyclopedia. That's it.
Comments? And what was my time?
What do you all think about when you hear the name John Farrell? Think about it. Few people know the funniest man of our time, Will Ferrell,